Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is at the conference venue. Let's cross to him now. Sipa, tell us a little bit more about the president's statement regarding the weakness within the party.
Well, indeed, the president's statement was wide-ranging. His address was wide-ranging. But most importantly, he touched on a number of issues that are facing the ANC and its led government, basically talking about issues of unity, talking about how the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal and throughout the country needs to revive its structures, particularly the branches of the organization, saying that is the basic unit of the organization. They need to deal with reviving the branches of the ANC. His message and his address was mainly about how the newly elected leadership of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal will have to work hard to unite the organization in the province. KwaZulu-Natal is ANC's biggest province in terms of membership. So the president came here, following some confusion whether he was going to come or not. Some senior ANC members and NEC members had advised him against coming here because they had said that he was going to be humiliated, he was going to be embarrassed, some members were going to boo him. Of course, he was booed, and some members sang that popular song in KwaZulu-Natal, Wenzenu Zuma. However, the newly elected chairperson of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, Siboniso Duma, was able to contain and calm down some delegates who were basically booing the president, and he was able to get the situation under control for the president of the ANC to address the gathering. Eventually, delegates gave him the platform, he addressed them, there were no disruption of his speech up until the end when he had to leave immediately after delivering his speech, which was focusing on unity, renewal and reviving party structures. Let's take a listen.
We all know that only a strong and united ANC is capable of transforming society and of convincing the people of our country to continue placing their trust in us. We now need to spend our energies and our talents on addressing our people's issues and resolving their concerns. We must prove to our people that we can serve them diligently, with respect and with integrity. Now, the branches that you represent are the basic units of the African National Congress. And I'm glad that you've come in such large numbers to represent those branches here. We have had a concern about the state of our branches over a long time. We have had a concern about the weakness of our branches, and we have wished and longed for strong branches, branches that will continue to represent the interests of our people at the lowest level. And that is why we embarked on the Letsema campaign to renew the ANC as an organ of people's power and to bring the African National Congress closer to the people.
Sipa, the president also addressed the issue of job creation.
Indeed, simply because the country is facing the issue of unemployment, inequality and poverty. Those are the triple challenges that the ANC-led government and its successive administrations has dismally failed to deal decisively with. Since 1994, the gap has been widening between the poor and the rich. Unemployment has been widening, even though at some point the ANC enjoyed the two-thirds majority and the economy was doing relatively well just before the 2008 crash of the global markets, but that economic growth during that period did not translate into job creation and dealing with the issue of unemployment. South Africa is one of the most unequal societies in the world currently, with the highest number of youth unemployment, and it's something that former President Thabo Mbeki has spoken about, criticizing his own organization, saying there is no concrete plan of dealing with these challenges. Today, President President Cyril Ramaphosa, first of all, responding to the criticism by former President Thabo Mbeki in terms of social compact, saying something is being done about that, but also, reciting the same message about job creation, the issue of addressing energy crisis in the country, saying we are all unhappy with load shedding or about load shedding, of which is not really a statement to make. Of course, that is common cause. The question is, what is the ANC-led government is doing about it? What are they doing to end load shedding and suffering of South Africans and this energy crisis that we see in the country? So he spoke about a number of things, but not, basically outlining new and concrete plans, because this was a political gathering. He was meant to deliver a political speech, of course, touching on those issues, as some people were questioning whether this was a government speech or, should I say, a government event or a party political event. But President Cyril Ramaphosa's speech bordering on addressing those things as he would deliver that address as the state president, whereas he came here as the president of the ANC. But this is what he had to say about the issue of unemployment in the country and job creation.
Job creation, comrades, remains the biggest challenge that our economy faces. The number of people who continue to be unemployed in our country is a concern. Our alliance partners, the party and COSATU, have proposed that, and the ANC agrees, that we should hold an economic summit to discuss our economy in the broadest way that we can. This, I agree, will give us an opportunity to fully examine our economy and find out exactly why, for the past 28 years, our economy has not grown to a level where it can create the jobs that are needed to be created. Over the 28 years, we've just had a few years, 2 or 3 years, where we've grown at a level of 5%. For the most part, over the past 28 years, we've grown at levels that are below par, way below the level of our peer countries. We are characterized as a middle-income economy, but our economic performance over the years has not been a stellar performance.
You're watching South Africa Tonight on eNCA, that's DSTV channel 403. Do stay with us, we'll have headlines for you at the top of the hour.